Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome to my April beauty recap. So this would be in place of like favorites and fails. I think I want to start this video off by saying if you are one of those people who watched my Just Getting Ready With Me, where I did a little bit of like a life update and I talked about the struggles that I've been going through this year. I just want to say thank you so much for the beautiful heartfelt comments that you guys left. So many people were supportive and, you know, sharing their own stories and stuff like that, and I just want to say thank you. I did read all of those comments, but I didn't really engage with them because it was just still a little bit fresh for me. But I want you to know that I saw it, I read it, and I thank you. And it was like, you guys never fail to come through when I need like the support and the help, and it's just, yeah, you guys are the real MVPs basically. Oh, and if you are wondering, I am doing better with life at the moment. I am sick. April was one of those months where I was like, oh, things are calmer, things are better, and then I got sick and I was like, yeah, well, it wouldn't be 2018 if something crappy didn't happen. But I'm recovering fairly quickly, so, you know, having a cold is definitely not anywhere near as bad as some of the other shit that I had to deal with. But yeah, I'm doing better. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I'm going to start with skincare. Now, April was madness for skincare because we went to a lot of skincare events, and that meant I had an abundance of new skincare coming into my collection, and I was trying to work out how the hell do I actually use all of this stuff without being like, I'm currently using 30 different skincare products and I don't know what's doing what. So I've kind of had to put everything aside and just, you know, use what comes in first. So over the next few months, you can probably expect to see me talk about quite a bit of new skincare stuff. But I want to start with two Japanese brands. I went to an event that featured two different brands. It was V10 Plus, or is it V10 Plus or just V10? V10 Plus and Sassou. So I'll start with Sassou, and I will start with this product. This is the Goldwaver Shimmering Ess-Toner. So it's like an essence and toner in one, and as you can see, it has gold flakes in it. Now, I know some people swear by gold in skincare and some people say it's all rubbish. Personally, I don't know. I don't know if there's been like, have there been clinical tests to see if this stuff works? I don't know. But how I go about determining whether I think it's a nice product or not is simply by using it. So that's what I've been doing. I've been using it morning and night, and I apply this after I wash my face. I just put like 1 or 2 pumps on my hands, and then I like press it into my face, my neck, and like a little bit on my chest. And I actually really like it. It's a really nice like hydrating toner. And my skin has been desperate for hydration lately. So for me, something like this has been really nice. And I really like this packaging too. It's kind of futuristic, and I love the way the gold is like suspended in there. You know, not that that makes for a good product, but visually it's cool. The next one is the O2 V-Shape Mask. This is, oh god, can't see it. Let's get it out of the box. So there it is. This is the EGF Activator O2 V-Shape Mask. So this is an anti-aging mask, and when you pump this out, let's see if I can show you, comes out like a gel, sort of like it looks clear on camera but slightly milky, and essentially what you do is you pop it on your face in a thin layer, So like so, and now I'm going to wait for it to activate. That is what it looks like when it starts to activate. Essentially what it does, it goes from like a transparent gel type liquid and it bubbles, it self bubbles. Now it's not really like, it's funny, let's turn this light back on so you can see me. It's not, it's kind of like the bubble masks that you see all over social media. That's basically what's going on here. But it's a like big girl grown up version because it's got the EGF in there, which is meant to like stimulate cell turnover and growth and stuff like that. So look at that. It's really cool. It feels great on the skin as well. And it's an easy mask. You apply it to a clean face, leave it on until it foams up and bubbles, which is kind of fun to watch. And you can feel it like, because the bubbles are, you know, they start to pop and expand and stuff, you can feel it like tingling all over your face, but it's not like an uncomfortable tingle. It's not like one of those, they call it a tingle, but it feels like a burn. This is more like a slight, I wouldn't even say it's ticklish. It's like tiny little bubbles popping all over your face. But I really like that one. I will say it's kind of hard for me to say whether it's like, you know, been life-changing for my skin, because I mean, it's a mask, you know. I feel like when I take it off, my skin definitely feels more hydrated, which is totally pretty much one of the most important things with skincare for me these days. It feels hydrated and it does actually feel nice and soft, which is great. Anyway, I like that one. It's fun. I've been enjoying it, and for me it's kind of like a big girl grown-up version of those bubbling masks. Give it to me, anti-aging. So along with Sassou, like I said, there was also V10 Plus, and they provided us with 3 products, 2 serums and a water-based peeling gel. So I'll start with this one because this is just, you know, it's pretty straightforward and cool. So essentially what you do is you apply this to clean skin. That's not going to work. I've got makeup. Hang on. That'll do. Still a bit messy. So you apply this to clean skin, just a little bit, and you can see there, it's clear gel, and essentially what you do is you massage it in, and it's one of those products that starts to ball up on the skin, and those little balls help to exfoliate your skin super gently while the gel base like hydrates the skin. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna say hydrate a fuckload in this video. All right, I am going to prove to you that hydration is the most important thing in my life right now. Anyway, I really like it. It smells like nothing. It's super gentle. So it's kind of thing you can use it like day and night if you want to. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. If you like peeling masks or peeling cleansers, they're great. And I find, like, I don't think I found any Western brands that do them. There might be, I haven't come across any, but like Japanese and Korean skincare brands often do these, and they're very, very popular, and I can see why. They're nice. I like that they're, you know, gentle on the skin, but they still leave your skin feeling really nice, soft, clean. It's good stuff. And then for the serums, now I believe there's 11 serums in the series or in the range, and then there's like 5 core groups of what those serums do. So there's hydrating, anti-aging, whitening, acne treatment, and sensitive. Now I got one that was for acne because I got the skin breakout issues, and also one for anti-aging. This one is the Cell Serum, and it's designed to help, like, you know, with anti-aging, plumping, all that stuff. And the vitamin C serum is obviously meant to, you know, help combat things that can like make acne flare up or make it worse, basically. So I've been using these pretty heavily, to be honest. So the idea is you can mix and match. Oh my god, the neighbor's kids are screaming. So the idea with these serums is that you can use one exclusively or you can mix and match them. Now I used these exclusively to start with to see how I felt about them, and now I mix and match, or I wear both of them. So essentially what you would do is take like one drop of, you know, one serum and one drop of another, mix them in, put them on your face, or, you know, apply them individually, whatever you want to do. Or you could use 2 drops of a single serum on your face. I like them. I think they're good. The BioCell, I feel like it helps to hydrate and keep me nice and soft, which is great. I've noticed my skin texture can go from, you know, I can do a really good scrub, and then just within like 2 days, my skin texture can be totally up shit creek if I'm not very careful about what I'm using to maintain that skin softness. And I don't particularly want to be scrubbing my face with super harsh scrubs several times a week. So the skincare really has to like help to maintain that nice soft surface of the skin. The vitamin C one, I really think that this has helped to fade my scars even more. Now, you might have seen on Beauty News, we tried the Tati Halo Beauty beauty boosters, and they helped my scarring so well. Like literally within a week, there was a huge change, and I had had that scarring for months and I just could not fade it. And Yes, guys, I had tried vitamin C serums. It just would not work. They would not budge. I'd had those scars for so long. I had to stop taking the Halo Beauty because I took them all, and I actually went on to this, and my skin continued to improve. And I do think that this helped that. I don't think the Halo Beauty like continued to fade the scars after I stopped taking it. I think it was the switch to this. So the vitamin C serum is actually my favorite. That's my favorite out of everything. Everything from the V10 and the Sassou range, vitamin C serum. This one has a pump, and one pump is enough to do a full face and neck. So just be mindful of that. Some of them have droppers, some have pumps. So yeah, this is my pick. Loved it. While we're talking about skincare, we may as well continue. I still have quite a few products. This here is the Etude House Bubble Tea Sleeping Pack. I picked this up in Japan, and I finished my like sleeping or my night cream. Oh, everyone's banging. Stop banging. Anyway, I finished up my night cream and I decided to try out this. Now, this is like a gel hydrating cream. Smells amazing. I really love it. And inside, can you see those balls? The idea is you take a little bit of the gel cream with one of the balls, you like smush the ball and then you mush it on your face. I don't like it. I don't like it. It doesn't do anything for me. It does jack shit. It's meant to be like hydrating. No, does nothing. It's not enough for me. There's just no. I do think that, like, you know, my skin didn't feel dry after using it or anything like that, but comparing it to moisturizers I've been using for, you know, years, and I've been using a hell of a lot of different moisturizers, this just doesn't compare, and I just, goodbye. USPA. This is invisible. It is the Soothing Hydro Mist Rose and Gotu Kola. So I have actually talked about this before, but I picked it up this month. I had, I don't know, like maybe a little bit over half the bottle left, and I was like, oh, I should finish that. It's a nice one. I can use, like, you know, I can layer it with other toners. I can use it over makeup. I can use it just as like a daily, like, you know, mist, a refresh. Let's refresh now. Oh, the mist is so fine. It's just like, it's super fine. I love the mister on this. And it smells like rose, as you would imagine. Goes great over makeup. I look a bit wet at the moment, but that's fine, it'll dry. I really like using this over makeup if I've over powdered. It really helps to, you know, sort of not only bring like the powderiness down, but also not make my skin feel as tight and uncomfortable. So I've been loving that, and I do actually have another one of these, so I will happily use it. I went to a Uemura event this month and they gave us a skincare item and some makeup items, so I'll start with skincare and we'll work our way into makeup. This is the Porefinist 2 Cleansing Oil. So this is Porefinist reformulated. I've only used it a couple of times because I'm actually trying to finish up one of these, but the original bottle, one of the really big ones. I talked about it in my last recap, I believe. So I'm trying to finish that, but I wanted to try this out and see, like, you know, is it just as effective? Are there any huge changes? I know they reformulated it to have Sakura in it. This is the Sakura Refreshing Cleansing Oil. And also they've used, like, you know how Japanese skincare, they swear by like fermentation with like the rice and stuff like that. It's great for anti-aging. That's what's going on with this as well. So this removes makeup just as effectively as the original. It's really, really nice cleansing oil. I love the Uemura cleansing oils. I think the only thing that's really like noticeably changed while you're using it is the scent. I actually kind of like this scent better. So yeah, there we go. They have a reformulated Porefinist. It's now Porefinist 2 or squared. Do they call it Porefinist squared? Maybe that's what they called it. I can't remember. Makeup from Uemura. These are the Yasbukey Uemura collection for 2018. Now, they've done a collection with Yasbukey in the past, and now they're doing it again. This time, they have a bunch of lipsticks and metallic lip liners. So the cool thing with this collection is you've got these matte lipsticks. This one is stunning. The shade is called Currant Mood, and these have a really nice they're kind of, you know, the silicone matte lipsticks, a little bit similar to the Fenty formula, except these are so much better. They wear better, they're more comfortable, they look better on the lips. These are really, really nice matte lipsticks, and I would consider them like comfort mattes. So they're really like comfortable to wear. They don't dry you out excessively, and they last a really long time. So these surprised me. When I originally felt the formula, I was like, oh, I'm not really a fan of that sort of silicone-ish matte lipstick. They, you know, I tend to not really like them, but I think they've done really well with this formula. The metallic lip liners, this is clever. I think this is a really innovative way to like encourage the metallic lip trend. So they've got four. I will annotate myself. They've got a bunch of shades that are designed to be paired with different color groups of the lipsticks. And I just think, like, you know, someone like me, I'm not into the metallic lip thing. I don't really like it. I think it only looks good if you've got really, really full voluminous, oh my god. If you've got really full lips, I think it looks good. Also, if, you know, the image has been like photoshopped or something like that, it's great. But when the average Joe puts on a metallic lipstick, it's just like, no, I don't like it. However, these are actually designed to be more of an accent, so a very subtle spin on the metallic lip trend. You you can also totally use them as like eyeliners or anywhere else on the face if you want to. They dry completely set. So this collection excites me because you've got a really good formula, good quality lipstick with a nice array of colors. And then you've got something that, you know, touches on the artistry side of Uemura. So it's like consumer friendly and also artistry and consumer friendly, which I really like. I just think it's a really smart way to get into the metallic lip trend as a company selling makeup without encouraging people to buy and wear really ugly metallic lip. Yeah, it's this tick. Metallic lips. The last one I've got from Uemura is the Fresh Topcoat Makeup Fix Mist. So this is a setting spray, and this is great because one, it doesn't leave you feeling sticky or crunchy like you sprayed hairspray on your face, and also it does have a powder in there to help like lock in the makeup. However, when you spray it, it doesn't leave little white dots on your face like so many on the market can and do. So I think with this one, the mister is, it's pretty intense. So I've used this a few times and held it close to my face and not had a good time, but oh god, it smells so good. Uemura, you do so well. It goes on really nicely. Definitely hold it like as far from your face as you can to get like a nice soft mist on your face. And if you get it like on your body or in your hair, it's not going to feel sticky or crunchy, and I love that. It's great, it's beautiful, it smells good, and it definitely does help with like the makeup longevity, so I'm really excited to have that. All right, I've got a bunch of makeup here and I want to start with this guy. This is so old. This is the Bare Minerals Regal Wardrobe. So the reason I want to talk about this is because I took it with me to Adelaide. Because I personally feel that this is one of the best travel palettes that I own. You've got bronzer, highlighter, 2 blushes, and 8 eyeshadows. It's also got a matte cream, like skin tone shade, which means you can put on your primer and you can use that to set the primer, which is fantastic. For me, it's not a travel palette unless it has something like that that works for my skin tone, because otherwise I have to take like an individual shadow or I have to use my powder, and the powder never works out that well for me. I find it's always got to be an eyeshadow. But this, I just love it. It's so good. You can't buy it anymore, and you know, sorry if that annoys you. I know a lot of YouTubers or influencers won't even mention products that like you can't buy anymore, but if you do own this, congratulations, you have a fantastic palette in your collection. You should totally pull it out and give it some more love. Yeah, I just love this. The pigmentation too, these sort of like metallic-y shades, just stop it, they're just beautiful. Like Bare Minerals, gorgeous. But also, I will say, I feel like it's only like old school Bare Minerals. In the last couple of years, I feel like they've been, I don't know, going downhill just a little bit. Anyway, I friggin' love this palette. It's so good. And I had so much fun using it in Adelaide and totally happy to use it like consistently. I used it every day for a week. Even when I came back from Adelaide, this just sat on my desk and I just used this because it's beautiful. It's a fantastic palette. Speaking of palettes, I want to talk about this is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette, and I'm also going to talk about the Peach Perfect powder and foundation. So these were sent by a Beauty News subscriber named Shannon. Shannon, I just want to say thank you so much. I have been loving these. Let's do the palette first. So there it is, 12 shades of matte eyeshadow. I like these. I think these are really nice quality mattes. they surprised me. Too Faced is one of those brands, like, I think they do their metallic eyeshadows or their like really, really shimmery eyeshadows really well, but everything else can totally fall flat. It doesn't always, but it can be hit and miss. I feel like with this palette, it's pretty consistent across the board with like good quality. And I do like the shades. Now, I am moving away from the warm tone kind of thing, but there are some nice cool tones in there as well. This one here, Chocolate Dipped, just beautiful. I've got it on my outer corners, and it's kind of like a dark grey-ish brown. It's really nice. I really like it. So yeah, if you like these colors, this is one that I would recommend. I think it's a nice little palette. I didn't expect to like it, but I really do. And then we've got the Peach Perfect foundation and the powder. Now, the powder I expected to love, and I do. It's great. There's a lot of product in there. It's 35 grams. It really, if you've got oily skin, this could definitely be one that makes you very, very happy with life in general. This will really, really set foundation, and it does help to control oil. It's pretty full on. If you have dry skin, you might want to potentially avoid this because it can really suck the life out of your skin. This stuff can be drying. I think my only issue with it is like this thing. I think this is clever because it stops product from like, pooling in between the lid and the sifter. So that is good, and I do think it's innovative, but it can be a little bit annoying when you want to actually get product out. It can get a little bit spilly because you can't, usually what I would do is put the lid on, tap it like this, take the lid off, and then, go in for product, but it's all safe in there. So it's kind of double-edged sword. However, I think this like protective cover actually pretty good if you're traveling and you don't want all of your product going from the pot into the cap, because that is a nightmare. Then there is the foundation. I fucking love this foundation. I am wearing it now. Shannon, you picked a perfect match. This is the shade Warm Nude. This is just beautiful. So I'll do a little pump, just a little bit, because I don't want to waste it. So there it is. It is quite fluid, so you can see it's, gravity, it's doing its thing. And it feels quite thick, actually, when you start to like smooth it on your skin. And it does smell like peaches. Everything smells like peaches, or banana. I think it smells like banana lollies. So anyway, this goes on feeling quite thick, and then it sets on your face. I would say the coverage is medium and buildable to like full coverage if you want to go there. I don't go there because I've got like smile lines, and also I'm starting to get like, I don't know, old lady shit going on my chin. And what happens is if I put on too much and then I set with the powder, and it's not just the peach powder, I've used it with other powders, it will like crack around my lines. So I have just been, I've been wearing less. I go for a bit of a sheerer coverage, which, this isn't sheer, don't get me wrong. It's definitely a medium coverage. It offers beautiful, like, I would even say it's like natural medium coverage. But I don't cake it on. and if I do need extra coverage somewhere, I'll go in with a tiny bit of concealer, and if I'm dealing with redness, then I'll use something to like cover that before I even go in with this stuff. So I'm focusing much more on making sure my base is pretty much the best it can be before I go in with coverage, because then I use less product and it's not as obvious with, like, you know, my lines. It doesn't crack on my lines. It doesn't emphasize texture as much. But yeah, I love it. This and the L'Oreal Pro Glow, completely different. They're not the same, but they offer different things, but the coverage and the finish is just, it's just so beautiful, and it doesn't look overdone. And I really, like, I fucking love this. I hope this comes to Australia. I think this is a great product. I think a lot of people would love it. I also think it wears really well, and it doesn't break down all crazy and gross. However, I will say, a few times I've had issues where I've put it on and I've let it set too much before I've gone in with powder, because what it does is it'll set down on its own a little bit and it sets a bit tacky, and sometimes I'll like bump my face or I'll get an itch and I'll scratch it and I'll take foundation off, and touching it up, no go, absolute nightmare. Like, it's just no, it doesn't touch up well in my experience, basically. But it does wear really well. It looks really nice. It doesn't break down easily under oil. It's lovely. I really, really love it. Thank you so much, Shannon. Like, this little collection here, expensive. And for you to send that, it's, you know, I feel pretty fucking spoiled. But I love all of it. It's just, I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Something that I don't fucking love is this. Too Faced Unicorn Tears. Oh my fucking god. I just feel like this was, I don't fucking know. I think it's bullshit. That's what it fucking is. So essentially you've got like the bronzer around the outside, which is shimmery, and you can get away with it. Like, it's kind of okay, but it is shimmery and light reflective. But then you've got this this unicorn, which is, it's literally highlighter. It is highlighter. And when you mix them together, okay, for starters, you get this like disgusting brown shit all over your unicorn. But it's just like, there's blue sparkles. There are blue sparkles. Hang on, I need to show you guys properly. Can you guys see that? Like, there is actually sparkles. What on earth? I just don't, why would you want fucking blue purpley glitter all over your face? A product, it pisses me off. Like, when you're talking about bronzing, fine, have a little bit of like glow in there to enhance it. But like purple and blue shimmer and glitter, no. The old lady in me says fuck off. And the rest of the things don't need to fuck off. They can stay exactly where they are, which is in my collection and in my heart. Smashbox Vlada MUA Petal Metal Collection. I have 2 items. I have the Prismatic Petal Highlighter. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. I am wearing it today. It's not a crazy, it's a little bit like Stylishly Merry. I'm running out of swatch space. So it's a little bit like Stylishly Merry, except a bit more like highlighter appropriate, and it's a bit more shimmery. However, I think I will just use it as both highlighter and eyeshadow. Beautiful. I really like it. I just think this collection is stunning and beautiful, and it makes me happy, and I really hope Smashbox continue on with these beautiful inspired collections with, you know, people with major talent. So I love it. And then there is a Petal Metal Primer. I really like this one as well. I don't think it's like super duper impressive, crazy, anything like that. Like it's a primer. It's an illuminating primer, but it's a soft, subtle illuminating primer. A little bit of brightening properties, which is nice. And you know, the brightening is because it's got a little bit of a pink base to it, so if you've got any dark spots or anything like that, it's going to help a little bit. And then obviously the illuminating is like gosh, I wouldn't even, it's kind of like a micro shimmer, but it's the finest micro shimmer I've ever seen. It is like literally like glow, but it's also nice and hydrating. So I just think that's a well thought out, well-rounded product that most people could use. Even with oily skin, this is great. It's just, yeah, I've been liking that one. Oh my god, I've been talking for so long, but I have 3 lip products and I'm just going to run through them. This is the Riri something. This is the powder lip stuff. So I used this in a Just Doing My Makeup this month. And let me try and show you what am I doing. So you put it on and it goes from powder to liquid, and then it sets matte. I fucking love it. I love it. The color, oh god, I'm struggling. The color is so pretty. It's actually quite unique to anything that I have. I feel like when I look at it, I'm like, it's just like a bright pink. But a lot of coral tones come out of it as well. So it's really vibrant and beautiful. I do think it's a little bit drying, which is a shame, but it's definitely not the most drying lip product I've ever worn. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it. It's good stuff. And then I have the YSL Tatouage Couture Matte Stains. I got 15 in the Meccaland gift bag, and I purchased 23, which is what I'm wearing now. 15 is a beautiful color. It is a berry shade. It goes on, oh wow, I'm really struggling. It goes on a little bit streaky, I feel, or patchy. The applicator, I find, is actually, like, with all those beautiful angles and stuff, I feel like, you know, it should give you beautiful crisp lines along the lip. I don't think it does. I will say the formula is very nice. It's very comfortable, not super drying, especially for a matte product. And it's not like overly matte. It's quite thin, so you don't get that like weird flaking or cracking look. It's just like a beautiful matte lip color. On its own, I honestly, for the price, and I mean, I didn't pay for this, but knowing it's YSL, and knowing its price, I'm like, no, I don't. This particular shade, I wouldn't recommend it. If you can pair this with a dark red lip liner, it's really going to help. And I think it takes it from like a 6 to an 11, basically. So I have found a way that I love to wear it and makes me love the product, but the product on its own, this particular shade, not my fave. But if you like the color, if you're into these and you like the color and you're willing to wear it with a lip liner, fuck yes, like go get it. It's good. And then 23. See, this is where you can really see like how sometimes darks and bright shades, they just fall flat. They're not usually the best representation of a product's quality, whereas a lot of the nudes, pinks and reds, that's where it's at. This is fucking beautiful. I still have the issue with the applicator. I don't think it's the easiest to use, and I don't think it offers precision with ease, if that makes sense. Like, it's not, you know, really quick to apply and sort of no fuss. I've got to take my time with it. But the formula, beautiful. It went on streak free. It's comfortable to wear. It's just, it's pretty. So yeah, nude, love. Dark one, really, really like it, but it totally needs help. Not something I would ever wear on its own. So, you know, it's not something I would pick up and be like, need a quick dark lip. It's going to be YSL. No, it's not, because it's not quick. It's going to take time to get it on, and I got to find a lip liner, and I got to fuck around with it. The nude still takes a bit of time to get on, but looks stunning on its own and doesn't need any help from lip liners. Okay, I'm done. I've been talking for so long, I've actually given myself a headache and my throat hurts. I can only imagine how you guys are feeling at the moment. So that's it. I'm gonna go. Feel free to let me know your comments about anything that you saw in this video, or, you know, things that you loved, hated, or were just a little bit on the fence about this month when it came to your beauty products. Feel free to let me know the things in the comments. Alright guys, that's it. I'm gonna go. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.